My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the chart for Gordon Lightfoot, legendary singer-songwriter. May he rest in peace. If you look to the eastern horizon using the Vedic sidereal zodiac, you would see the constellation associated with Libra rising at 28 degrees at the time of his birth. First, we're going to look and see how the planets are operating in this chart, and then we'll look and see how they were operating during different events in his life, and then we'll look and see what could be done to strengthen the chart. First off, the Sun is weak in degrees. Any planet that's less than 5 or more than 25 degrees is said to be either in infant state or old age and can't protect or promote its own significations. So you have this weak infant Sun at 1 degree. It's conjunct Venus, which gives it some strength, and it is placed. It's ruling the income house, and it's placed in the house of wealth and fame. So it gives Sun gives income through speech and songwriting. It's in that second house of speech and songwriting. However, it does weaken his heart, and he did have a stroke in 2003 that actually left some fingers paralyzed for some time, till about 2007. The moon is poorly placed in the 12th challenging house, and it is ruling the career house. So it gives him career through being able to, 12th house allows you to separate from who you are to perform for the public. Moon is public, and gives also emotional aspect to his singing, which is very easy for people to connect with, and made him very popular. Weak placement Mars. Mars is also placed in that 12th house. It's ruling the house of partnerships. So he did have several marriages, and yeah, so weak Mars could contribute to that. Then in Mercury's at 21 degrees. It is any planet that rules the 6th, 8th, or the 12th. The sign that's in those houses and the planet that rules it becomes functional malefic. So we have Virgo in the 12th house ruled by Mercury, and Mercury becomes functional malefic. And it is placed in the house of wealth. So Mercury, ruling that 12th house, gives spiritual growth, but also addictions. He had alcohol addiction. And weak dispositor infant state Jupiter. Jupiter's at 0 degrees, and Saturn is its landlord, and it can't be any stronger than Saturn. However, Jupiter is ruling the house of success through performing arts, placed in the house of creativity and entertainment, and so it blesses the 5th and the 9th and the 1st house through his songwriting. However, again, he was paralyzed for some time, and that's related to Mercury. Venus is conjunct the Sun, and it is ruling the house of life, first house of life purpose. It's the prime indicator for health, and it is sitting in the house of wealth and fame and the continuation of the marital bond. So it's probably his best planet, and connects his life purpose through performing arts. And he did die at a nice old age of, I think, 86. The weak placement of Saturn. Saturn is placed in a challenging 6th house. It's ruling, again, the house of creativity and through entertainment, and gave him discipline and hard work, to achieve his success. Rahu and Ketu are within a degree or 4 degrees of the rising sign degree. So they're always balancing each other. And this configuration of Rahu in the first and Ketu in the seventh gives this balancing of his needs with the needs of his partner. So this probably also contributed to several marriages and his alcohol addiction. Now they afflict the first house of the body health, and he did have Bell's palsy, and the seventh house of marriage, and the ninth house of good fortune, the fifth house of creativity, and 11th house of income, and the third house of success. Let's look at the timing of events. So his first hit was early morning rain in 1966 during a Rahu period, Rahu pushing him for success. And then in 66, and the next big hit was in 1970, If You Could Read My Mind. That's during a Rahu Venus period. Venus, again, signifying performing arts, entertainment, connecting his life purpose. He was diagnosed with Bell's palsy in 72 during a Mercury period. Mercury, remember, is very challenging for him. Affects the nervous system. Then in 02, he had stomach surgery during a Saturn period. Saturn is ruling the house of the stomach. Then he had a stroke and left his fingers paralyzed. And then he had surgery in 2003. Moon is a significant moon period, and moon is a significator for heart. He died on May 1st, 2023, during a Mercury period. Mercury ruling the house of end of life. It is afflicting the sun, which is his vitality. And if you look at the transit chart on the left, you'll see how in the seventh house, Mercury is afflicting the sun. And then Venus is at the most effective point at the rising sign degree in the eighth house of death-like experiences, being the prime indicator for health and also indicator for longevity. And then you also see K2, its fifth aspect is Saturn. So it's K2 is afflicting Saturn, which is indicator for longevity as well. What could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, he was involved in some charity work, so that would be transforming Rahu, Ketu, Mercury, helping children would be good. And then the rest of the planets can be strengthened by my favorite remedy, which is a kavash. It means protective shield. It's a locket, silver locket from Bali that contains the Devata yantras for all his benefic planets that need some strengthening. If you'd like to see the kavash, get a reading, or learn Vedic astrology, you can go to vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening.